Now, I just read a very interesting post at Godlike Productions that was actually posted a week ago. You can't come in and edit your post and change the date. It doesn't work that way. So I know it's legit as far as the date's concerned. Now, it's kind of short and sweet. But the topic, and this is from an anonymous person, and his post was titled Power Grid Fail. Now, first of all, July 23rd, 2012, 3:57 p.m. That's when it was posted. Okay? So as we know of yesterday today, with this massive power grid for India failure of epic proportions. So here's his title. Power grid failure, July 31st through second week of August. When the lights come back on, World War III. He then writes, this is the plan that is in place at this point. The grid failure will be blamed on a sunspot that will emerge this week, and it will be blamed on the solar activity from that sunspot. And then he writes, right after that one, when it is fixed, the problem is fixed, World War III will commence. So someone responds, why? To keep everyone in the dark? And he writes, exactly, and the war will definitely not begin how you think. The Middle East will be the main focal point of the destruction, but the war will be started in a different way. In what way? Someone says. He says there will most likely be an attack by the USA on either Israel or Iran. Or either Israel or Iran. They will not attack each other first. Either way it pans out, there is no doubt who will start the war, and that's the United States. He then writes, someone says, well, why should we believe you? You didn't post any link to anything. I mean, this is just nonsense, potentially. And he wrote back, my uncle knows of this, and that's all you need to know. Again, there's no source here, but this was absolutely written on 7/23/2012, for sure. I know for a fact when you are anonymous on Godlike Productions, you cannot go and edit your post. And even if you did edit your post, it basically says edited by the person, whatever. I'm trying to think of where else. I'm trying to look at any other comment this guy wrote real quick. Started a lot of a conversation though. I don't see any comments on the second page anymore by him or her, technically. Who knows if it was a he or she. The third page, still nothing. And I don't think they've even been back to comment. It's now 7 pages long, the thread here. And I don't see him coming back. So, I mean, I don't have much else to say here other than I find it, if this is a coincidence, this is one hell of a coincidence for someone to come out on July 23rd, roughly a week ago, and say with a title, Power Grid Failure, July 31st, the date that this happened, today. Power Grid Failure, July 31st through second week of August. So that means we have second week of August. That would also mean the end of the Olympics is August 12th. That would be part of the second week of August. And while the world's focusing on the Olympics and everything else, the good old U.S. and neocon faction has other plans. And as he mentioned, the war will not start in the normal way. It'll be a different way. Again, if, and this is an if, the Olympics conspiracy thing happens with, destruction taking place over there, and they blame it on Iran, well, there you have it. There's a very alternate way to start a war, isn't it? Normally you expect one country to attack another, a terrorist attack at the Olympic Games. That's a little left, curve from left field. Who knows? I don't know. Did this guy get lucky and make up some nonsense, and it just happened to be spot on so far? Yeah, it's a possibility. But, man, that's a hell of a statement to make. That is a hell of a statement to make. The title, his exact words, I mean, wow. Absolutely incredible.